All right. Good morning. Good morning. Yay. Oh my gosh. Happy spring. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Kavitha. Good morning, Andy. So everybody can hear me okay? Awesome. Awesome. Welcome to, I should have titled this Spring Cleaning Sunday Morning Meditation because we're going to be doing a little bit of cleaning today. So I'm super excited about it. So as we get started, I was meditating this morning and I just so deeply got this spring cleaning download. Like, we need to spring clean, And we need to, what does that mean, right? And then I got the word, pick the card, and it was surrender. It was surrender. So we are live streaming this to Facebook. So I should probably give a little bit of an introduction if anybody's watching this on Facebook in the Meditation for Female Physician group. I'm Dr. Disha Phillip, cardiologist who loves healing all matters of the heart, and the founder of the Path to Meditation Mastery, Path to Peace and Clarity, and co-host of the Path of Silence, 7-day Path of Silence retreat, which is in person in Naples, Florida, July 6th through the 13th. If you really want to do some deep healing, I call it spiritual surgery, reach out to me and let's do it. But also, I'm going to be starting a Sunday evening series for people who have worked with me before to really deep dive into the topic that we're going to be talking about today and meditating on. So, perfect. So let's read the card of today, which is surrender. Okay, surrender. Take notes if you wish. I can release my need to control. Okay? I can release my need to control. You need to understand the distinction between power and control. You have the power of internal control, but very little external control over people or situations. The majority of your external control is through the power of influence. You can lead by example. You can lead by example. Every soul has its own unique path, and it is not your job to dictate it. Giving advice or direction in a compassionate manner is the way to go. Your soul, too, has a path, and you possess the power to control it. But you must surrender the illusion that you have control over another. Remember that this is a process. And from time to time, your ego will rise up and demand that things be the way they should be. I know I'm right about this. It needs to be this way. How could you say this? Wait a second. What's going on there, right? Envision a hot air balloon being loaded up with all of the things you think you need to control, and let them ride away in the balloon. You'll be surprised to find that when you release the energy of control and accept the energy of surrender, doors will open that you never expected, because you have now given the universe space in which to materialize, what is needed for your highest soul growth. So what does that mean, right? It's springtime. I don't know about you. So yesterday we had like, I don't even know, 6-8 inches of snow. It was crazy. You would think it was Christmas. So it was so much snow. Nevertheless, today, sun is out, blue skies, everything is just glistening, sparkling. It's just beautiful. And even though it looks like winter outside, it is spring. And in this energy of spring, right? I think we all get this like, I gotta declutter, I gotta like, you just feel like I gotta cleanse this energy, right? And you gotta, throw out stuff, old stuff, right? And like clean out the basement. Like everybody's talking in my neighborhood, you want to do what do they call it? A neighborhood sale or whatever. Is anybody up for it? People are talking about all this, let's just get rid of stuff. So as much as it's so, it feels so cleansing to just like declutter and get rid of stuff at the beginning of spring, there's also this concept of decluttering and cleaning out the old, dark, dank, gross stuff that we've been carrying around with us, right? That keeps us stuck and away from our true essence, which is joy. So I wanted to read something to you that was written by one of my mentors, my spiritual mentors. And this is almost, I think we're gonna do this as a meditation. So I'm gonna read this. And so just kind of close your eyes and really take this in, okay? So let's just take a couple slow, deep breaths. When you take your deep breath in, just visualize taking in a cleansing, clean, pure energy into your heart. And as you breathe out, picture taking the junk and putting it in that hot air balloon and lifting it up and sending it out to the ethers and just getting rid of it, right? So you take a deep breath into your heart, clean, pure energy. And as we breathe out, you just give the trash out. It's just coming out and you surrender it. Let it float up, up, up and away. Now breathe normally. Really listen. Why do we need to let go and awaken to our true self? We are eternal souls, beings of infinite peace. We are like a spiritual sun, S-U-N, sun, an embodiment of constant peace, infinite bliss, and eternal freedom. We are bodiless, divine light. We're not from this world. We are cosmic travelers, guests from another world here on an extended vacation. We came here on wings of light from another dimension, our spiritual home, the world of infinite light. When we first arrived here on this planet, we were enlightened beings. We knew exactly who we were, and we knew this whole game of life was just a game. It was simply a wondrous entertainment. But over time, we began to forget who we were. We began to become attached to our bodies, our physical identities, and started wanting and needing things in the game. The game stopped being fun and became serious, heavy, stressful, and all important. After a while, we forgot it was a game at all. We forgot our home. We forgot ourselves. And we all knew, and all we knew was our body and our vacation spot. We began to falsely think our vacation was our home and it belonged to us. We began to judge ourselves by the costume we wore and how it looked in the mirror. We began to judge others by their costume, their bodies and role, and became blind to the light and peace behind the eyes. We fell into a deep sleep. And soon it turned into a nightmare, a terrible dream where nothing was ever quite right. We always felt discontented, always worried, always irritated, agitated, and confused. But we got on with it anyway and tried to live our lives as best we could. Over time, we saw more and more sorrow. We picked up more and more disempowered habits, beliefs, and worries. We became more and more complicated, more burdened. Our inner world, that once was like a pristine, peaceful place, palace, filled with light and comfort and warmth, became a cluttered, dark, dank warehouse full of useless, dangerous junk piled up, just waiting to fall or explode. Our inner world, our inner kingdom was in need of a massive spring clean so we could enjoy our days of happiness again. And so let's see if we can clean out some of that dank, dark junk that's piled up as we meditate today. So take a deep cleansing breath in. Breathe out. Start turning on the light in this warehouse. So you walk in, you flip open the switch, turn on the light, and you see all the clutter. Okay. So we just take it one piece of junk at a time. And we ask ourselves the 4 soul questions. Question 1. Who am I? Who am I really? You look around this room of junk. Maybe you see some old pictures, old diplomas, old trophies. They're really dusty. Maybe an old love letter from that boyfriend in high school. Who am I? You recognize all the different roles that you played: student, girlfriend, soccer player, debate champion, medical student. Maybe you were even AOA, it's an honor society. All this stuff is just kind of cluttered, and you recognize none of that is you. Who am I? And in this room, you see a dusty mirror. You go over to it and you wipe off the dust. And you look in it. And at first, you see the face, your body. And you look deep into those eyes. And you can see a bright, tiny point of light sparkling in there, in that dusty mirror. You can see it's trying to shine brightly, but there's a deep familiarity, a recognition. Ah, yes, there she is. Who am I? I am that point of light, an eternal being of peace and love and wholeness and worthiness. You're a little surprised she's been covered up for so long. But you're a little grateful that you decided to walk into this junk room today, so you could really see and discern between the clutter and your truth. Second question: what do I want? What is my deepest desire? Turn around away from the mirror and you look around at all the junk and the stuff. And you remember there was this woman once on your journey of life, Marie Kondo. She was so cute. And you remember her saying, get rid of anything that doesn't spark joy. So you see all the things and you're like, wow, there's a lot here that doesn't spark joy. That old table, that old lamp. There's that old story that goes along with that dresser. The old story that you keep rehashing that makes you feel like a victim. That really makes you angry and resentful. And you look at it and you say, that's gotta go. This one's gotta go. And you dust it off and you take it out of the room. It's a little heavy, but you can do it. Just kind of pick it up and push it out. And you surrender it. The resentment, the anger. What do I want? Peace, clarity, cleanliness. What is my deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a feeling, sensation, image, or thought. Third question. What is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? You look around the room again and you see shelves with so much regret, anger, sadness, disempowerment, resentment, fear. And you know that this has got to go. Because holding on to this, all of this, keeps me from fulfilling my highest purpose. So again, you carry those out and release them and let them go. What is my purpose, my dharma? How can I serve myself and others? And as you carry out those dark, dank, moldy things, you make room for the light to shine through and give you clarity on how you can serve yourself and others. Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? You look around and you see that not everything is junk. You find an old Mother's Day card that you received from your child. And you're instantly filled with love. What am I grateful for? Because even though there's been a lot of muck and yuck on this journey, there's been a lot of good. a lot of opportunities to feel love and connection and peace and joy. What am I grateful for? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. And now you decide to walk out of this dank basement room and get some fresh air. So you walk outside. You take a deep breath in. It's the fresh spring air. The sky is blue. The sun is shining. The warmth of the sun is just, you can feel it on your face. There's a beautiful warm wind. And now silently repeat the following sentence. I am, and your first and last name. Now drop your last name and silently repeat, I am, and your first name. Now drop your first name and silently repeat, I am, I am, I am. And we'll switch that to the vibration of I am, which is aham, aham, aham. And now we'll begin the repetition of our mantra. Now, for those of you who already have your personalized primordial sound meditation mantra, go ahead and start repeating that now. For everyone else, we'll silently repeat, so hum, so hum, so hum. And as we repeat our mantra. Visualize yourself, that tiny point of light that sits in the center of your forehead, just kind of floating off the forehead and looking at you, standing in the sun, basking in its warmth, with the warm wind on the face. And as you repeat your mantra, visualize you, this point of light, just floating up, up, up into the sky. So hum, so hum. And every repetition of the mantra brings you higher and higher. And you look down, so hum, so hum. And you can see yourself, the body, getting smaller and smaller. You see the trees, you see the houses. You go higher and higher. Everything beneath you gets smaller and smaller. You go higher and higher, past the moon, past the sun, past the stars. So hum, so hum. And you find yourself in this realm of beautiful light, like the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen. So hum, so hum. And you have this feeling of familiarity and knowing that you are home. This realm of light is where I, the soul, come from. So hum, so hum. You look around and you see other sparkling points of light, your siblings. So hum, so hum. And you look in front of you and you see another tiny, sparkling point of light, just like you. And it's like pulling you like a magnet towards it. And you just feel so much unconditional love just pulling you, saying, "Come here, my sweet, sweet, long lost child." Do you remember now who you are? Let me remind you. You are my sweetest, beloved, pure, peaceful, loving child. And you are so loved. I am always radiating this love to you. For ages and ages, you have been calling out to me, asking me to ease your suffering. And I'm here, always here, to reassure you that all is well. You are safe. All of that drama of life was just a game. You got caught up in it. You thought you were the roles that you were playing, but they were just roles. You are my shining, bright, perfect light. And you can come to me anytime you want, no matter what you're doing in that body. Just think of me and remember me, and I will fill you with love and take away all that dank, musty old clutter you've been carrying around. Just give it to me. Surrender it to me, and I get rid of it and fill you and remind you of the light that you are. Get a big, big hug. You feel so loved and so grateful to having come back to yourself and to reminding and being reminded of your truth. And now you slowly start floating back because you know there's work yet to be done. You start floating back. So hum, so hum, past the stars, past the moon, past the sun, and you see our beautiful planet. You keep floating down, down into the atmosphere, the blue sky. You come closer and closer, and you see your body standing there in the sun, basking in its warmth. And you pop yourself back onto the center of the forehead. And you take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And you feel re-energized, recharged, grateful, knowing of your truth. So we silently repeat the 4 intentions. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. And when you're ready, you can slowly flutter open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes. Give yourself a big stretch and a big hug. You can bring your palms together to your heart center if you feel called to do so. Giving yourself a little bow of gratitude for bringing yourself here today to get recharged and reminded of your authentic self. And from this place, we give a blast of that pure, clean love energy out to all of our family, our friends, our community, our city, our state, our country, to all the countries on this planet, to every single brother and sister soul on this planet, that they may all remember their truth. And from there, we give a blast of that energy out into the universe. And from there, it gets boomeranged right back to us. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. If you want to sit for a couple minutes, you can sit. If you have to go, you can go. But if you'd like to share, you can share as well. If you want to just mention a few takeaways from your experience. And if not, that's cool too. I don't know, Amy, you kind of waved your hand. Did you want to say something?
Yeah. Deesh, that was like the most profound meditation that I've had with you. I even got interrupted in the middle of it and I was still like totally there. I absolutely love this meditation. I want to like go back and rewatch it and listen to it time and time again. I just felt your words were so powerful and your imagery to bring us back to that. I mean, I I'm like moved to tears. I can't even tell you. I found it so profound. Thank you.
Thank you for showing up. It's your gift. Wasn't me this time. That came through me, ladies. Whoa. Thank you for sharing that, though. It helps.
I totally agree. That was super powerful. And I love the image of the hot air balloon taking away the things that, we no longer need. And um, what I thought was particularly powerful was like the cleaning out, like making space in, our energy field or in our body. Um, and then connecting with love, with God, whatever you want to call it, which since I made space, there was more space for love to come in. And so I really appreciated that. And just, yeah, it's a great reminder of letting go of all this stuff that doesn't serve us, create space for all the good things to come in. And for us to feel more of what we really are and who we really are. It's not so much of a filter for us to be seeing through all that junk and this old patterns that don't serve us.
Yeah. Awesome. Suzanne. Oh, she's saying bye.
I'm trying to get it. I'm doing it on my phone. Couldn't find it on my computer, so it's on my phone. It's a little bit tricky.
Cool.
Sorry. I love it. Like both Rebecca and Amy say, it's most profound. I hope there's a recording and stuff that we can go back to to rewatch it. Yeah, this is the most powerful. I could really see it, and I think I really love is that um knowing this is just a game of life, that we so we can be unattached to it. It's just like a video game, and that we could just pop back out, we are not really into it. So like I said, love that imageries and stuff, not to attach too much to everything that absorb. This is just an illusion, it's not the real thing, because like the video game is just creating all these illusions to us. So do love it, and it's most powerful. I love to see, like see the cosmos and stuff, that we are way up there and we just fly down here. And we was the enlightened soul, we just forgotten about it, and we got inside the game instead of being out there, being the observer. That's all.
Right,
Thank you.
right. Awesome. Andy, I think you texted something. Definitely press it to the advice. Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. So just so you know, ladies, this has been like this whole like spring cleaning, surrendering, and really, looking at the junk, but then releasing it, right? So we can come back. I don't know, some of you, I don't know, Andy, if you've been around or not, but I do this teaching about our authentic self and our conditioned self. And, we can say quickly, like, oh, it's kind of like the EGS, many of you will know, right? Say, oh, I just want to go to the left side of the EGS, but then we don't look at the right side stuff. And sometimes there's stuff there that we just have to kind of work through with the lens of love. So then we can, surrender it, give it away, right? So we can come back to our true authentic self and that left side of the EGS. So you ladies for sure, and anybody else who's watching this on the recording, if you've worked with me or if you've done this kind of work before, I'm going to be starting a series at the end of April. Kavitha, you will be there. Sunday evenings, 2 Sundays evenings a month. And we're going to start with 6 months where I'm going to be guiding you through looking at your authentic self, looking at your conditioned self with our loving, wise adult, with those eyes of love, with the lens of love, and removing it. And then really, so we can really fully claim our true self, our true identity. And it's a process, but I have learned amazing tools and strategies to really guide us through that. And we'll be looking at our conditioned self. We'll be looking at grief and transitions and shame release process, all kinds of things like that. And just looking at it through the lens of love and guiding you through it in a very sacred group. Okay, sacred group. So if you're interested, you want to join, please reach out to me. Let me know. I'd love to chat with you about it. Okay, so take that feeling, know that you are a beloved child of the divine, and that light is shining on you all the time. You just have to remember, and have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you later. Sending you all love. Bye.